guys, Robot here, and this is some anti-air gameplay on the newly redesigned Operation Firestorm. And I say newly redesigned very sarcastically because it's the exact same map, except with more explosions, which I'm going to use to my advantage, as you'll see later on in this video. Playing in the anti-air on Firestorm, on the US side, if you camp and spawn, you're not going to do anything. If you camp on the mountain, you're probably going to get some kills, but you're not going to do what I'm going to do in this round. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was a 30-minute round, and I've edited it down. I've cut out pretty much any boring part of the round that I could find, and I've taken it out, and as you see me get explosion off and burn that guy a little bit before I 30mm cannon him to death. My preferred loadout in the anti-air is, of course, 30mm cannons for the pure damage, Zuni rockets so that I'm not a complete bitch around tanks, and active protection system with reactive armor. Reactive armor on LAVs and anti-airs is pretty much a must because everything under the sun critical hits them. And the reactive armor kind of saves its grace, as I don't know what this helicopter is doing flying straight over an anti-air, but as you see, the 30mm cannons just shred. I see some hit markers, but that's probably just from a burn. So we've skipped ahead yet again, and I get a big boom kill on that guy. So you'll see me sort of hanging out around A area, pushing up beside B, and sometimes up just in front of C, but not ever past C, just because the anti-air is vulnerable to tanks, straight up. Like, if you sneak up on a tank with Zuni rockets and 30mm cannons, you can end its existence before it knows what happens, but if you can't go straight up against a helicopter when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm just gonna try and hide around this tank. I'm pestering the tank right now. I see a shell incoming, so I'm gonna pop APS and block the shell. And here comes a tank to my rescue. He's gonna blow APS, so that's why my 30mm cannons aren't hitting. For some reason, APS blocks 30mm cannons, and I'm gonna steal this tank's kill / save that tank there. And there's another tank on A right now. Means I have to be careful, because that's an HE shell. You can tell by just how slow it traveled and the amount of drop it had. And HE shells can 2-hit LAVs, and since I don't have active protection system up right now, that's bad for me. You'll see me, but I know its back is to me, so I'm gonna try and flank it with Zuni rockets, because my APS is back up. But my teammates had already killed it, so I really didn't have to do anything to it. 30mm cannons do blow up AT mines, little tip, so don't waste your Zuni rockets on that. Zuni rockets are very important in the LAV. You could run heat seekers, passive radar, or, for heaven forbid, active radar, which you should never use. It got nerfed, it's pretty bad now. Take out a helicopter. But active radar, you have to be accurate with them. They still are hard to flare. Trying to get an explosion kill on that guy, but it's not going to work as I whiff on a jet. This is my first time back in the AA for about a month, so I need to get my aim back with the 30mm cannons, as it's not quite up to snuff it's not quite as up to snuff as it should be. But as you see, it just shreds through infantry like there's no tomorrow. I'd hate to come across an AA in hardcore mode that was using 30mm cannons, because it would kill you in a second and a half. And I just have one question for you, bro. Can I has my helicopter back? Yes, I can. And I hear something. Wait, what is that? I regret nothing! Well. Okay then. Skipped ahead yet again, and just gonna get a quick infantry kill on this guy. See me start hanging out on the other side of D, because they've stopped bringing their air vehicles my way, because they know I'm just gonna kill it instantly. So I'm just gonna hang out in the middle of D, which is normally what I don't recommend, but I know I have a lot of blueberries around me, and one of them would shoot a C4 guy, I'm pretty sure, if they had aim for it. So I'm just gonna pick off some infantry here with the 30mm cannons. I deck my anti-air out to kill everything under the sun, not just air. But here I'm playing a little bit of hide and seek with a bush Wookiee, as it turns out to be, and bush Wookiee wins, sadly. But here is where I kind of almost want to have 20mm cannons, that sort of range, but still it just shreds them, shreds helicopters to pieces along with jets. And it's an anti-air, he's in the air, might as well kill him. As you see, the 800 meters per second velocity on these rounds make for very little drop, but the size of the target and the size of the reticle is very small compared to the reticle. And I'm gonna play some hide and seek with engineers, and this is where Zuni rockets really come in handy, so that I can splash damage them. So I'm gonna back off and play behind this wall right here, which is giving me a bit of cover from incoming RPGs, and Zuni rocket to the face. There's the splash damage, and this engineer is gonna cause me some trouble. So I don't know how I don't get. Our blueberry's gonna come in. I don't know how I don't get hit markers with the Zunis here. Zunis have a pretty big splash damage radius on them, but my blueberry finishes them off. So I'm gonna back off, and here is definitely where I'd want a 20mm cannon for the longer length of fire that I can have. These things overheat in about 3.5 seconds, so you see me bursting the cannons very much, but I still get it, so why not? And pushing up onto this flag here, I'm gonna play another game of hide and seek. This flag is really good for hide and seek, just if you want to have fun, but this time with another bush Wookiee. And I'm gonna throw some Zuni rockets in there, see if I can get some splash, which I don't, which means nobody's in there. But I do see a spawn beacon on the minimap. Oh, and there's the owner of the spawn beacon, as I tear him to shreds with the 30mm cannons. And there's my aim again, still off, because I haven't been in the AA for a while. My aim does come back to me a little bit later. But I'm gonna kill this little engineer here who decided to RPG my friend, which is not nice. You don't put an RPG into an infantry. Try and get a kill on the guy climbing up the ladder. It would have been 3 points, but he gets shot. And transport chopper, big target. They take a lot of damage, though. They tend to sponge a lot of anti-air bullets. But I do manage to take it out here in this burst with a nice little double kill. So that was fun. I have no clue what this guy's doing. He didn't put C4 on me. He had C4 because he had it in his hand. And he just doesn't do anything. I think he wanted to try and trick me out of it. I'm not falling for that. I would go down with the ship. Or as soon as I saw him put the C4 on it, I'd hop out, and if he got in, I'd just RPG the C4 and he would die instantly. And Zuni rockets against an anti-air do massive damage, so why not kill an anti-air and help out my helicopter in another way. And vote's underway in the chat, but that's not really interesting. And here I killed him through the things, and that was my helicopter. These guys should have learned the first time. I want my helicopter back. And so this guy's gonna try and hide behind a block. I have no clue what happened to that rocket. It just sort of went through me. That was kind of weird. But one infantry is no match for an anti-air. But you see I pushed up a little bit further than I'd like to, so I'm gonna back off a little bit here. And another parachuter, he's in the air. He's even wearing his little captain uniform, or pilot uniform, so why not? I'll kill him once he hits the ground. And this guy gave himself away. I don't know why he didn't go prone or try and C4 me, but who cares? I'm still alive. He's dead. It's 3 points. And another another instance where the Zuni rockets have helped me out. I get hit markers there. I think I hit one of those guys in the face with a Zuni rocket, which would always hurt. These things are freaking massive. But gonna try and push up here. I cut ahead again. I cut out really any boring part to get this video under 15 minutes. And there it is, sponging bullets again. It took a one full burst. And then I'm gonna finally get a jet when I get my aim back with the cannons. I probably could have gotten in one burst if my aim was better, but as I said, I haven't been in the anti-air for a while. So he's gonna come back around and basically go in a straight line, which is too easy, and I finish him off. I did 88 for him when he went past the first time, so I really only had to hit him with one bullet and kill an infantry soldier because want to boost a little bit. And the chat's gonna go a little bit nice here for me, as you'll see in a second. A little bit of a giveaway as well. 46-0. I finished 47-0, as you will see here when I show the scoreboard. Have a little snippet in the chat for those base camping AA guys who just like to sit in the base. I say that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you go flawless in an anti-air. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, maybe favorite, and share it on Twitter. Bye-bye.